Breaking developments in the ongoing war in Ukraine. After more than 8 hours of negotiations in Saudi Arabia, the United States and Ukrainian officials have reached an agreement on a 30-day ceasefire. However, Russia has yet to respond. The world watches and waits as tensions remain high. Negotiation table, officials in discussion. At the negotiation table, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz met with Ukrainian officials. Notably absent, any representatives from Russia. The question now, will Vladimir Putin agree to the terms? President Biden, along with other world leaders, is awaiting Putin's response. A full ceasefire could mark a turning point, but if Russia refuses, the conflict will continue and lives will be lost. Democratic Senator Mark Kelly, who just returned from Ukraine, shares his perspective on the ceasefire and its implications. This would be a positive step forward. However, the way negotiations were handled recently put us at a disadvantage. Giving away potential NATO membership and territory before talks even started weakened Ukraine's position. Additionally, cutting off military aid and intelligence made their defense efforts much harder. Senator Kelly spoke with Ukrainian military personnel, including F-16 pilots, who emphasized the impact of the temporary suspension of U.S. intelligence support. Without crucial overhead imagery, responding to missile attacks became more difficult. Discussion on territorial concessions. One major sticking point, territorial concessions. Secretary Rubio suggests Ukraine may have to revert to pre-2014 borders, effectively recognizing Russia's annexation of Crimea. But should Ukraine be forced to give up land to secure peace? At some point, negotiations with Putin are necessary. However, we should negotiate from a position of strength, not weakness. What happened in the Oval Office previously, publicly pressuring Zelensky, was not productive. Diplomacy should be handled strategically, not for the cameras. Elon Musk controversy. Meanwhile, Elon Musk has entered the political spotlight again, this time calling Senator Kelly a traitor on social media. The comment sparked outrage, particularly among veterans. When I was flying combat missions over Iraq or aboard the space shuttle, I never imagined I'd be called a traitor. But this isn't about me, it's about the veterans being fired without cause. I recently met a disabled veteran who received an outstanding performance review, only to be fired by Musk weeks later. This is wrong. Senate Republicans, including Todd Young and Lindsey Graham, have pushed back against Musk's remarks, but many remain silent. Kelly reveals private conversations among senators. My Republican colleagues don't support this kind of behavior. Some have spoken to me privately about it, and they're not happy with Musk's influence over government decisions. He holds tremendous power, perhaps second only to the president, and instead of focusing on serious issues, he's busy attacking people online. Capitol Hill, funding bill debate. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are grappling with a major funding bill to prevent a government shutdown. At least 8 Senate Democrats are needed to pass it. Will Senator Kelly support it? I'm undecided. A government shutdown is bad, but so is a continuing resolution that hands power to the White House. Republicans drafted this without bipartisan input, and it could negatively impact the Department of Defense. However, shutting down the government means mass layoffs and economic damage. Government shutdown impact. If the government shuts down, what will Elon Musk and this administration allow to reopen? That remains a pressing concern for many, including veterans and federal employees at risk of losing their jobs. The situation is evolving rapidly. Will Russia agree to the ceasefire? Will lawmakers prevent a government shutdown? And what role will Elon Musk continue to play in these debates? Stay tuned for more updates as this story develops.